like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
For many, it was a simple yet heartwarming moment. A small gesture that felt like an acknowledgement, a quiet connection between Jimin and those who believe in the special bond he shares with Jungkook. But not everyone saw it that way. Some, especially those who favor other pairings, responded with criticism, calling it disrespectful or inappropriate. They questioned why Jimin would react that way, as if kindness itself could ever be a mistake. But if we look deeper, the issue doesn't lie in Jimin's action. It lies in people's discomfort when confronted with something genuine. The truth is, the hostility surrounding moments like this often stems from denial. Denial of the closeness, the chemistry, and the unspoken understanding that has always existed between Jimin and Jungkook. It's a strange paradox that many fans have noticed. Those who claim to love BTS as a group often end up dismissing one of its most sincere connections. Because no matter how much some try to overlook it, Jikook has always been there, steady, real, and quietly powerful. Every glance, every touch, every small interaction speaks of something authentic, something that cannot be scripted or manufactured. And perhaps that's why it unsettles people, because truth, when it's too raw, often does. Not long after that moment, Jungkook seemed to respond in his own way, not through words, but through actions. He posted a video using a trendy fashion-related song, one that perfectly mirrored the vibe Jimin was giving off around the same time. To the casual eye, it may have looked like just another social media post. But to those who understand their rhythm, it was clear, Jungkook was paying attention. His timing, his tone, even the choice of music seemed to move in quiet harmony with Jimin's world. This silent alignment of their actions has become something too consistent to ignore. It's no longer about coincidence, it's about synchronicity. Every time one of them makes a move, the other seems to echo it. In mood, in timing, in feeling, as though they are connected by an invisible thread that holds strong no matter the distance. And that thread, instead of fading, only grows stronger with time. Despite the rumors, the debates, and the noise of fan wars, their bond remains undeniable. Jimin and Jungkook continue to mirror one another in the smallest, most meaningful ways. It's in the way their eyes meet, glances that linger just a second too long. It's in the way their bodies instinctively lean toward each other, even when surrounded by others. It's in the quiet smiles that seem to say, "I see you. I know you." There's something almost sacred in the way their hands meet, sometimes a fleeting brush, sometimes a gentle hold, yet it always feels deliberate, intimate, and full of meaning. Their hands move with a life of their own, reaching out as if contact itself is a language, a reaffirmation of what words can't express. Watching them, you sense these moments aren't performed for the camera. They simply happen, and they send shivers through anyone who truly pays attention. Body language never lies. And in Jimin and Jungkook, that truth becomes poetry. Their movements, their awareness of each other, betray a connection that goes far beyond friendship or comfort. It's something instinctive, magnetic, and profoundly real. People may twist narratives, spread rumors, or try to downplay what they share. But the truth always finds its way through the noise. What Jimin and Jungkook have is too genuine to be erased. Their affection, no matter how subtle, speaks louder than any manufactured headline ever could. Jungkook has never needed to say much to make his feelings clear. His actions, his attention, his quiet care, his constant presence, tell the story for him. He once said that Jimin makes him feel at peace, that Jimin grounds him. That sense of calm, that feeling of home, can't be faked. It's the foundation of something unshakable, something built not on performance, but on trust. Because what binds them isn't coincidence, it's choice. The ongoing choice to stay close, to understand, to protect, and to show affection in ways that transcend words. Their connection isn't about grand gestures. It's about patterns, those repeated, familiar gestures that form their own language. A shared look, a mirrored smile, a reaction that feels perfectly timed. Seen once, it's coincidence, Seen over years, it becomes a rhythm. Every interaction carries the weight of history, a comfort that only years of trust can create. It's in the way their eyes seek each other out without thinking, the way their bodies tilt closer as if pulled by gravity. These aren't isolated moments, they are habits born from deep intimacy. And that's what sets them apart. While others might stage closeness for the camera, Jimin and Jungkook's connection feels lived in. It's effortless, natural, and unspoken. You can see it in the smallest details. A quiet laugh, a lingering glance, a shared silence that says more than words ever could. The discomfort some feel watching them isn't because they do something wrong, it's because they do everything right. They're real in a world that often celebrates pretense. Their bond is a reminder that authenticity still exists, even in an industry that so often hides it behind smiles and stage lights. Jungkook's constant awareness of Jimin, the way he mirrors his moods, the way he notices what others miss, isn't coincidence. It's attunement. When someone holds that much space in your awareness, it's not random. It's care, affection, and love in its quietest form. And Jimin, in return, carries that same tenderness, the softness in his tone when he says Jungkook's name, the warmth in his eyes when they meet. Their exchanges, however subtle, have a depth that can only be understood by those who've known a bond that transcends words. They don't need validation. They don't perform their closeness, they live it. Whether you call it friendship, soul connection, or something deeper, it's real because it's shown through action, through understanding, comfort, and trust. When they're together, everything shifts. The atmosphere softens, their shoulders relax, the space between them feels different, lighter, calmer. In their silence, there's communication. In their stillness, there's understanding. What they share isn't habit. It's not coincidence. It's a way of existing, a natural state that unfolds whenever they're together, as if the world itself adjusts to make room for their connection. And maybe that's what makes them so captivating. It's not about labels or definitions. It's about two souls that seem to recognize each other again and again, no matter where life takes them. Jimin and Jungkook don't need to shout their story from the rooftops. They express it through every glance, every touch, every silence that hums with meaning. Their story isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about finding someone who feels like home in a world that's constantly changing. And that's why, no matter how many try to deny it, the truth always shines through. Jimin and Jungkook don't need anyone's permission to exist as they are. Because what they share isn't a fantasy or a theory. It's real. It's alive.